Caleb, it was really a collective effort out there tonight from you guys offensively. Can you speak a little bit to that?
Yeah, we was just sharing the ball, playing off our defense, getting out in transition, and then just moving the ball, playing, team basketball. Like you said, everybody contributed and everybody played their role and, showed out there.
Can you talk about the production of the bench tonight? Thiago really singled you guys out as the reason why you were able to get this one.
Yeah, for sure. We getting their guys healthy, getting guys back, and trying to get guys back in their rhythm. And it showed. JG came back today, and he, did his thing. And then Ryan Rupert, he came back in, and had a good run. And City, started off with the starters, but we had a great rhythm going on the offensive end, and they was trying to blitz Shea in the second half, and we was trying to play off his playmaking, and then playing through big DC, and I think that's something that we kind of leaned on.
Say Grant did his thing. What was it like just having him back? What do you bring for you guys?
Yeah, man. He's another leader. He's another voice for our group. Another playmaker out there that can do a lot of things on the court on both ends of the floor. It's great when you have vets like Jeremy, like Drew out there on the floor because they make things a lot easier.
Did you feel the momentum building during that run at the end of the third quarter, especially when you're taking some of those threes?
Yeah, for sure. It started with our defense, though. We're getting steals, we're getting stops, grinding our rebounds and things like that, and then, just playing with confidence on that other end. Ball finds energy, and, we moving the ball like we did, and, it's finding the right guys, and, we making those shots.
Is that like a special feeling to check out in the fourth, look at the scoreboard? You guys were up 14, I think, when you finally sat down after that.
Yeah, that's my job. That's the guys on the bench. They supposed to come in, bring energy, and play fast and things like that. So anytime that we can impact the game on both ends of the floor, that's what what we're supposed to do, and that's our job.
You talk about different guys stepping up, and you mentioned Rayon, but also somebody like Wap, who hasn't really been in the rotation much lately, comes in, has a little big stretch there. How big was he?
Yeah, he's big, man. It was definitely important for us to have him in there. He's a great shooter, one of the best shooters I've been around, and he's just a great dude. He comes in, no matter how many minutes he plays, he's gonna play his heart out, and it showed out there. He missed his first couple, missed his first few, and he never loses confidence. He puts too much work in. He's too good of a shooter for it not to fall. So just to see him, succeed out there is definitely heartwarming for me.
You obviously have benefited as much as anyone from some of the injuries. Have you thought about how your role might change moving forward as guys start to come back?
Nah, I'm just being where my feet are. I'm not really thinking ahead or thinking, what happened in the past. I'm just, trying to be where my feet are, and when my number's called, deliver.
Caleb, from a Sun Devil to a Wildcat, did you catch the game last night?
Yeah, for sure.
What were your thoughts?
Forks down.